Hey guys, welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel, whichever platforms you're listening to this on. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a subscriber. If you are not yet, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. Let's just go ahead and brighten up the place. Let's get into this conversation/reality chat. I've been thinking about this off and on. I just recently talked about this situation, the accusations and allegations out there regarding what Martell was planning to have his side piece help him out with, and that's trying to expose his ex-wife, mother of his, like he likes to say, 4 beautiful children, on social media and put out some revenge PORN, where basically she made, in my opinion, if it exists, made the mistake of, I don't care how long she was married to him, doing things with him on video. And somebody like him, to be honest with you, I don't even think that it was something that she agreed to do. He strikes me as the type of person who would set something up and she didn't even know that she was being filmed, because that's just the type of personality he has. Someone who, in my personal opinion, based on what he has put out there, I believe he is a narcissist. Those people are really dangerous. And so I believe, in my opinion, that she has made attempts, and she even let us know that they have been separated before. I believe she has made attempts to break away from him. And that happens sometimes when people are going through things in marriage where they may separate for a period of time and come back. And that's one of my reasons, just my personal opinion, why I feel like women who get involved with men that are married, I think it's foolish to do so unless the divorces may be dragging on for a long period of time, or the divorce is final, because they can reconcile. You never know. And you don't want to get yourself caught up in a situation with a man where the chances are more than likely that they're just spending the time with you, but they really want their wife and they're just going through some stuff and they're eventually going to work it out. And then you get left out in the cold and it's like, well, I thought you were leaving your wife. I thought this, I thought that. And it's like, well, men think differently. So that's just one of my personal reasons why I just believe women should not get heavily involved with a man that is married. But that's, again, my personal opinion. So I believe she's tried to break away from him before because of his ways. She got married to him when she was young. They were both, I guess, fresh out of college. And she, I believe, made a bad decision. I believe Melody made a bad decision by getting involved with this man. And she tried to make something that wasn't the best decision, not knowing, she didn't know. I mean, you don't ever really know who you're getting married to be honest with you, 100%. So it takes time sometimes for things to come out. Now, there definitely are signs, and sometimes we as women, we choose to either let things fly or we just say, oh, well, that's just a moment and we will forgive and move forward. We do things like that. But a lot of times we will ignore those red flags and those signs that are there. I believe if she wasn't maybe as young and possibly as naive as she was when she initially got with him, and she was just thinking of making a future with this man and all of that good stuff, then she may have not overlooked those red flags and possibly avoided a lot of the things that she's going through right now. Because like she said on this most recent episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, when she was speaking to Tiffany, she said, I wish I married a man and not a queen. So that's right there. It speaks volumes, right? So with all of this being said, and I've done a conversation in the past where I talked about, in my opinion, I believe that Martell is really dangerous. And now with this coming to light, it's solidified my opinion of me believing that he is potentially a dangerous person, because anybody that would do something like that, I believe, is extremely dangerous. I don't care if he didn't put his hands on her, but a man who has been married to you for all of these years, had, like he likes to say, 4 beautiful children with you, would threaten to try to expose you in a way where it would make you look like you're just some, you know what, out here on the streets, just doing whatever with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, when in actuality, it's you that she was doing that to, but the video isn't showing you per se. It may be just showing your wee willy winky and her doing whatever she's doing to your wee willy winky, and you're trying to make it seem like she's, like you like to say, she's been with too many men for him to ever want to be with her again. He's a liar. I believe that this man is absolutely dangerous. And so for this stuff to come out and come to light at this point in time, my thoughts are, even though I believe that Sheree never makes the best decisions from what we've seen, what is she doing with this information? Is she just going to choose to completely ignore it and act like it doesn't exist? Or is she going to confront him about it, and not even just confront him about it? Get away from this man. I get it. This is a PR relationship you guys are doing for television. You're on his show. He's on your show. The shows are already filmed. Get away from this man. He means no one any good. And as much as I really don't care for Sheree, I don't wish any harm on her or her family. She needs to get that trash away from her. I don't believe that any woman, not even Ariane, always known as Coleslaw, needs to be subjected to someone like that. I mean, I don't know what she's doing with him right now, but for all we know, she's still allowing him to sleep with her. And I, based on the information that came out, believe that she is susceptible to doing what he wants her to do, and however he gets her to do it. I don't know if it's by force, by threatening her in some way, or because of sexual things that she likes him to do for her, or money, because I heard she has an online boutique. I don't know how successful that is. So it's like, what are you really doing with this man? You need to grow up and get away from this man. Yeah, you co-parent, you have a child with him at this point. You decided to move forward and have this kid. So the kid is always going to be there. But all that other stuff, this man is dangerous. I don't think will ever listen to reason. It may be something tragic that has to happen to cause her to stop dealing with this man. But allegedly, based on a video that I watched on Sherelle's World YouTube channel, I think it was over a month ago, there were allegations that came out that he was arrested, and he came out and tried to debunk those rumors. And they said that Ariane actually came on his video, on his live video, I guess he was doing on Instagram, to debunk the rumors. But based on what was exposed on Sherelle's World channel, he actually was arrested, but he was released. So something happened between she and he. I don't know, but they're saying that he definitely was arrested. He was. And if I can find that video, I'll put a link to it in the description box so you can listen to it. But this man is dangerous. I don't know what Sheree is doing, still messing with this man. I believe she needs to completely cut off all ties with him. I don't know how and when Ariane can do it, but I would suggest the same thing, because this is just a continuation of what my thoughts were from before when I said that I believe that he is dangerous. And I know a lot of people hate Ariane. I don't know the girl to hate her. I don't like her ways. I definitely don't like how she had been disparaging Melody's character and pretty much attacking this woman when this woman didn't do anything to you. She was just married to the man that you decided to continue to screw, and then you want to make her out to be the bad guy. And it's absolutely ridiculous, but that is that immature mentality of some females that get upset with the other female versus getting upset with the man, or the male, I should say, because that's not a man. Men don't do things like that. Males do. Because, males, we have female animals and male animals. He's a male. He's not a man. Men don't do things like that. So I just wanted to talk about this because when I hear all of these things that have been exposed, I believe them. Yes, at this point, they're allegations and nothing has been proven, but allegations can be put out there and people have the right to believe it or not. I believe the allegations. So I'm saying I believe the allegations. I'm not saying the allegations are real, but I'm saying the allegations are out there. And in my opinion, I believe the allegations to be true. So with all of this stuff being out here right now, and based on actually a commentary that I was listening to by Empress Radio, I'll put a link to that in the description box as well. Melody actually knew about this plot for some time and mentioned it in one of her Instagram stories at some point in time, I guess when he was threatening to release an alleged sex tape. What man does stuff like that? Men don't do things like that. Males do. Males do, not men. I don't know what it is about this male that Carlos King wants to continue to stand behind and support and want him to be successful and prosper. The unjust do not prosper. The Bible says it, that it may seem like they're prospering in their own way, but soon at one point in time, you will look upon them and you will see them no more. I believe that to be true for this male because Martell is absolute gutter trash. I don't know how Sheree could even allow this gutter trash to step foot into Chateau Thelma, like some people call it because they say the chateau is in her mom's name. I don't know, but it's funny to me. And to allow this male to be around you, your children, your new granddaughter, like Martell was talking about on this interview that he did with Carlos King, she needs to get away from this person. He means absolutely no good to anyone. He is a danger. He is a dangerous man, in my opinion. And to just hear about these things that have been put out there, it's just really disgusting. And for people who can't stand Melody, I don't know why they can't stand her. I mean, it's like, what does she actually do to you for you to not like you hate her? But nobody deserves anything like that. And for me, if I were someone that was like, oh, I don't really care for Melody, just seeing these things and then just seeing her interactions with people on the show, it would make me more understanding of her. In my opinion, I'm just speaking from a rational state of mind. I would be more understanding to get it. Well, yeah, I get why she has a wall up. I get why she doesn't really want to be around the other people. And some people feel like, well, why is she on the show? She don't want to be around these people. Well, she's a freaking executive producer. She's the one that brought the idea to Carlos King, and he has made, I don't know how much money, but apparently he's making money off of it. He's now franchised it into Love and Marriage DC. Now he's got a new one coming out, Love and Marriage Detroit. And it's all based off of, to be honest with you, an idea that Melody brought to him. So for him to be so all up Martell's butt, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. But listen, guys, I just wanted to share my thoughts and views on this situation with regards to this stuff and these allegations that have come out, because I have been really just pissed off, to be honest with you. I cannot stand the fact that this cretin is walking the earth, having the audacity to try to make Melody out to be this bad parent that got sanctioned by the court, like he was saying in the interview with Carlos King, and making it seem like he won in court and he got what he wanted when he really didn't get what he wanted. He wanted full custody and child support, and that absolutely got shut down. But she, in my opinion, knowing the person that he is now, has made strides, in my opinion, to try to co-parent with this cretin, but he makes it really impossible to do that. And so the court not being privy to a whole lot of things and just really not having the time to even care that much. Like I've spoken about before, family courts can be extremely biased, especially depending on where it's located, who the judge is, and based on the evidence that they have to be able to look at and decide how they're going to view the evidence that they have to look at the time. You really never know what you're going to get. So I'm actually really grateful that she still has joint custody, because you never know with some of these people. Sometimes these people have a chip on their shoulder and they may feel like, well, a woman's place is in the home, since she wants to be the person that, even though they're not married anymore, she wants to be this go-getter who's doing all of these business deals and working this and working that, and she travels a lot or whatever. Maybe because he's not working that much, he should have the kids and have custody of them, and she should pay child support. So honestly, it could have went that way. Even though I don't believe he deserved it and that it should have went that way, it could have. You just never really know how it's going to go down in court. But they may have looked at his criminal history as well to see, well, you know what, maybe that's not a good idea. But I just am saying, you never really know. But he, again, being the dangerous person that I believe he is, that was something else that he subjected her to that could have caused her to lose custody of her children, because he wanted to be petty and he wanted to get back and he wanted to be in this place of feeling entitled. Well, I deserve a percentage of the child's product line that she created that he had nothing to do with, just because you both are parents of the same child. It's like absolutely ridiculous. He is all about himself, and he's extremely dangerous in my opinion. And I don't know what in the world Sheree is still doing around this person. As for Ariane, I feel like she's a lost cause unless something drastic happens that causes her to wake up and just get away from this dude. Because it's funny, I don't think they have anything court ordered with their child's situation. So if she wanted to get up and move out of Huntsville, I believe she could. And I don't believe that he would take her to court to try to get joint custody either. I really believe he could care less. He just is happy that he's got access to the same crotch, I'll put it like that he's been screwing for several years whenever he feels like it, and he doesn't feel like heading down to Atlanta to get some from Sheree or whoever else he's screwing down there. So listen, guys, I just wanted to talk about that. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below respectfully. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I really do appreciate you. This is Beth. I'm just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.